Good morning, hey howdy, James with ABR Electric back. It's so great to be back. You may have noticed I've been out of the loop for a couple of weeks. Guess what I did? I had a total knee replacement. Good times. 2 weeks ago. Thank you. I was so appreciative because I was so bored and so out of my mind with painkillers. I think all the responses I gave to you while I was in the hospital, they should make sense. Should be good. If not, message me back. We'll see if we can fix it. Two things I wanted to address today that kept coming up in the comments and the questions. And so, first of all, what I wanted to say is all you people, the guys who are saying, hey, what do you think about if I run this size Romex through this size conduit? And man, I'm impressed. Here's why. The fact that you care enough. What I've come into 99% of the time on jobs or if I'm doing an inspection, man, somebody, if they can cram a piece of Romex through a pipe, as long as they can force it through, they don't care. And that's if they actually protect the Romex. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting beat up, or you open a wall and you see at the footing a piece of Romex is coming out of the ground, it's all shredded. So I'm just going to say, attaboy, man, good job. If you care enough to look at those details doing this work, that's awesome. I'm impressed. Surge protectors. Oh my gosh. I want to create an ABR Zen philosophy for surge protectors. All right, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Here's our hang on. Here we go. Here's our FS140, Eaton Surge. I'm looking around. I don't have my Ditech with me. There's all kinds of surge protectors. So here's the philosophy. Because, man, the rabbit holes some of you are going down are amazing. I want to back it up, give us a big picture on surge protectors. If right now, your house, which I appreciate you guys choosing red, that's very bold. Here's your Lego house. Here's a surge or a power anomaly, okay? Are we tracking? You're with me here? Couple of things. How these things come into houses isn't always through the feeder or the utility lines, not by any means. Nor are they always slow enough for your surge protector to catch them. Okay? So here's what I'm trying to tell you. There are so many variables, and we're not even talking about lightning. That's a whole different thing, which, footnote, most of these companies don't cover lightning-related events at all. Dun, dun, dun. Okay? Think about it. So, here's what I'm asking us to do. Recognize that the threats coming into your house could be from the panel, we'll call this the electrical service, could come in here, could come in underground through your water pipes, especially older houses with metal supply and waste lines. I've seen stuff come in, mostly lightning, hitting a gutter on the edge of the house going in. We have stuff, I'll call it stuff, sorry engineers, that comes in through your phone lines and your cable lines. There are so many ways for stray, unwanted voltages to come into your house, okay? It is not neat and tidy at all. So, if we keep that in mind, okay, the surge right here, here's what I want to tell you. It's sort of like a zombie apocalypse. By now you know I love zombie movies. For God's sake, put a piece of plywood over the window. Do something, okay? Some of us, I'm watching these threads, it's like, dude, you've researched this to death. Pick one, put it in your panel, and be happy. Nothing is bulletproof. Nothing. Nothing. Make a choice. Be happy with it, okay? A lot of you are like, that's not very professional or scientific. But look at it this way. If right now your house has no protection from surges or spikes or anything else, or EMP, and you do something, isn't it a million times better than when you did nothing? So, here's the thought. Do your research, pull the trigger, bam, put it in there, okay? Nothing is bulletproof. Any decision you make to protect your home or your property is better than no decision, no matter how much no decision is researched. Just my thoughts. Okay. Love this. Quick thing on warranties. I know, a little shift. So the first time I had a surge protector not protect something that I noticed, and this is when I learned the hard way that surges can be way faster than any SPD, okay? Had a surge blow through a panel SPD, this was by Leviton, and it was also probably towards the end of its life for warranty. Yeah. But they also had a point of view surge protector, one of the plug-ins, okay? The surge came through, blew by both, fried a TV, DVR, damaged some stuff in the house. And I started, and the funny thing is that's when I started to really look at warranties in detail. So I'm going to ask you, just like we talk about installations, look at the instructions, read the fine print. This is from a warranty statement from Eaton. Failure due to direct lightning strikes and temporary overvoltage are not covered. And they just keep moving from there. So, a couple of things, and this is going to be consistent throughout the other ones I've looked. Why do you think that is? Why don't they say, hey, we've got this monster of a surge protector. It's going to be fine. Because once again, it's the unknowns. Who knows if you have a lightning strike, even if it hits the ground adjacent to your property, you have no idea how much voltage, how much amperage, how fast that is that's coming into your electrical system. You have no idea. And the funny thing is, neither do they. And so they just say, not doing it. So, while I'm rambling about this, lightning protection. Man, there's whole industries built around lightning protection. The only thing that's bulletproof is if you can sense with your sensing mind, your sixth sense, and you say there's a lightning storm coming this way, and you tell your wife, let's run around the house and unplug all of our appliances. Stay with me. If you unplug every one of your appliances, turn off your main breaker, you will be safe from lightning. You could still get hit. The Wile E Coyote part of this would probably be you would get struck by lightning and all your stuff would survive. Yes, there is a Wile E Coyote vein of electrical thought going on there. And that's what I had. You guys have been, again, great with your questions, and I'm thinking through. A bunch of people are saying, should I install this as close as possible to my main breaker in my panel? Bear with me. I'm going to tell you no. There's a bunch of you old people who are going to poop yourselves. It's like, how dare you? How dare you? Go to the installation instructions from Eaton, from Siemens, from Intermatic, any of the main ones. Read the fine print. Do the manufacturers require you to install this unit as close as possible to where the service feeders enter? Here's why I'm telling you this. I'm asking you this. If the manufacturer, to maintain their UL listing for performance, don't tell you that you have to mount that thing and move all your breakers. Several of you have messaged me and say you moved a bunch of breakers down to make space near the main to put this in. It's not hurting anything, but if you don't have to, and if it doesn't actually improve the performance, why go through all that nonsense? It's a lot of work. And some of you should change all your labeling once you shift all your breakers down 2 spaces. And I know you didn't do it. Don't even try to lie to me. I know you didn't do it. There you go. So, look at the warranty, do some reading. You guys keep messaging me about, hey, what about this? And most of you will see me respond to, I'll say, per the instructions. Per the instructions. If you had read the instructions, I don't mind responding. It's in the instructions, okay? So everything else that we're seeing there is a lot of old guy opinions. Nothing wrong with that. A lot of opinions. But you guys will see this. We're talking about this. We're getting into an area that's more into electrical engineering and physics. Okay? So that's my thoughts. Appreciate you guys. Keep the messages coming. And by all means, before we leave, don't forget to click like, subscribe. Appreciate the subscriptions. Even when I was out on the pain pills doing all this knee stuff, you guys have continued to subscribe. Man, I really appreciate that. I also appreciate you saved my life, that I had something to do while waiting in the hospital to respond. Yes, the nurses and my wife thought you were crazy responding to YouTube electrical questions, but you know what? Saved my mind. Thank you. Click that. I'll see you on the next one.